My friends, oh, please take your seats. So much to show you in such little time. What is up, everyone? Welcome to today's live stream jam, hanging around, seeing what you're up to, saying hi to my friends. I've been performing so much and I haven't made time to come on here live and just hang out with the people that have been supporting me so much, especially in the last couple of months. Lots of stuff happening, lots of videos going up, and some of you might have seen recently where I got to perform for the teller himself from Penn and Teller. Absolutely insane. I don't know where to start, but I'm hoping we'll also do some magic here. Mostly magic, a little bit of talking, I guess. So let me know where you're from, who you are, if you're listening. I want you to be a part of the magic, as you know, if you've watched these before, to be as much of a part of the magic as I am here. So we're here live doing some Magicino. Let me just see what the perception is like from your point of view, by the way. So as you can see, I have a coin, a De Niro, a 20-cent coin from Australia. This is a little perception test because if you put your fingers together like this and you go right up close, you see two fingers closed. And then have you ever done that illusion where when you bring your apart a little bit, but you look past your fingers, it looks like there's a floating sausage in between you. I don't know why I'm doing it, thinking that you'll see it, but alas, it's pretty funny for me. And it's the same thing is true if you hold up a finger and instead of looking at your finger, you look past your finger, you see two fingers. Okay, but we know there's not really two fingers there. And so the same thing, the same idea of this illusion with this coin. So if I hold this coin here, obviously you see it, but the closer I get to the screen, it'll start to look like two coins. And of course, as I come back, it's really, you can tell it is only one. And if you get the super right angle, you can make it look like there's no coin. But obviously that can't be true because this is magic. So we give it a second. You can make it look like the coin comes back. I don't believe it. Whew. I'm also sporting my Magic Guys mug today. Scotty is in the house. What is up, Scotty P? Let me give you some love. Doing some magic here, my friend. Here is one for you. Adonis, what's up? Okay. So look, YouTube is a funny place. I don't usually not condone, but I just don't usually think YouTube is the best place to learn magic unless you're learning from Doug Con, okay? But this is like one of the earliest things I ever learnt in magic. When I very, very first got into it, a great channel named MissMag822. We know who he is. And hang on a second. Telenani, I have not even done any magic for you yet. This is madness. Look at this. My friend, you are too good. Love your stuff, mate. You're exceptional. I might be relocating to Australia in Sydney sometime soon. Wow, you'll be right across the water from me. I will 100% make my way to your show. Saw you had Teller at your show. So inspiring to see someone's hard work paying off. Bro, thank you so much. And should you make it to Brisbane, of course, you have a seat with your name on it. That's really cool, my friend. So let me touch on that quickly. Teller, and a few people are bringing that up. Great show in front of Teller. So let me tell that story quickly for you guys then. We'll go more into depth with it tomorrow on the Magic Guys podcast. But a week ahead from Penn and Teller coming to Australia, we got word. Oops, sorry. You can tell how excited I am. We got word that see magic while he's in Brisbane. So we're like, holy crap, let's create that environment. We put on a ticketed show on a Tuesday, which is not normally a time people come to see magic. And it sold out, thank God. He came to the show, sat front row, and I have a rule that if you're trying to impress people, because there's like reviewers of the show or other magicians, you don't change your set. Like you stick to the set you've done 100 freaking times so that nerves never play a part. However, this is Teller we're talking about. And I want to tweak things so that like I'm not trying to fool him. That shouldn't be the energy I'm going in with. So I went in with the energy of like, let me try and make this as fun for him as I can. And there's lots of the show I haven't put out online, but the snippets you saw with like me saying, okay, I'm going to do this whole trick without any shells on my coin, and then and my sleeves rolled up, and you could see in the video he found that very funny. There's like a whole running kind of gags of those types of things because I knew like I may as well make it fun for a magician and have all these little code words, and it kind of paid off. It was very, someone said, was it stressful? Yeah, so it was, it was stressful up until the moment I got the first like smile and laugh from Teller. Once you get one, and that's true with any audience, like once you get that first laugh or that first wow, then you're golden. You're like, okay, I've gone in the right direction here. So I started the routine. I was just super nervous. Like, yeah, the whole hour beforehand, I was like, why am I trying these new little tweaks on stuff I do already? But once I started to see it was working, then you're like, okay, this is fun. Let's do this. And it ended up like everything went so well. Like I'm so surprised that I was even able to do coin magic at all, because coins, if they sense any nerves in your fingers, they disappear straight away. Like down is what I mean to say. Like that one just did right then. Luckily I came prepared. That's something that helped as well. Like anything I was doing magic wise, I had spares on me. So if I dropped a coin when I tried to start that routine, if I was nervous, I had another coin ready to go. Same with like my Rubik's Cube, same with my cards. I had spares in case anything goes wrong. So it does help alleviate the nerves a little bit. So he had wonderful things to say. He complimented me so much, said like maybe the best sleight of hand he's seen in the country, and things that maybe he says to other magicians as well to encourage them. But like it was really wonderful, and he taught me a move with coin magic that I'm yet to master, and he let me video him teaching me this coin production move. And I'm so grateful for that. So that's something I'm going to work on, and you may see that in my stage show clips that I put out on YouTube at some point. So that was super awesome. Okay, look, I got to get back to doing some magic for you guys. But let me just quickly check the comments here. Your magic skills are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Ireland calling. Hey, Ireland, what's up, my friends? It's mental late in the night. Well, hey. Thank you for joining us. All right, that's awesome. Let me do a trick for you since we're all here hanging out. I put up a video of this before, but just to perform it, maybe you haven't seen it and maybe you want to learn it. Not from me, but you can learn this on YouTube pretty easily because that's where I learned this. So I tweaked this for a video I saw of Gary Vee talking about attention, the greatest form of currency. So Gary Vee is a entrepreneur, businessman, and he's an attention specialist. He knows where the general public's focus is when it comes to companies advertising. So like Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all the places where like videos do well. Anyway, so I remember learning this card trick from a guy named MissMag822, and he does it with cards, but I thought, let me tweak it. I'll tell you the name of this trick at the end so you can look it up yourself at some point. Okay. And I'm getting some requests here. So my friend Ginamo do an ambitious card routine. So this is kind of like an ambitious card routine on steroids. Okay, so but let me explain what we have here. So we have 4 cards that have dollar signs on them. Okay, and we also have 4 cards with the words attention on them. I should maybe spin them around this way so you can see the actual numbers, labeled 1 to 4. Okay, now if I first of all show that they are actually here, and I turn them face down, put them on the table. Okay, so number 4, 3, 2. Attention number 1 is going with these money cards, but I'm going to put him 1 layer down into the pack. Give it a second, and he will ascend himself to the top, being very ambitious, like our friend Genamo asked, making his way to the top. Now we'll do it again, even though nobody asked, with number 2. Attention number 2 is going to go 2 layers down in our money pile. If we give it a second, it's hard to tell the difference because they're all the same backs, but with no funny moves, it makes its way to the top. Isn't that crazy? Do I have a, I don't have a sound, but that's okay. So attention 1 and 2 have traveled through our money stack. Attention number 3 is going to go 3 layers down. 1, 2, 3. Give him 3 extra seconds. 1, 2, 3. To the top. Now, this seems like there's got to be something funny going on. The extra cards or, sticky tape, something. This is as pure as sleight of hand comes. With the last attention, we're going to place the money on top. No funny moves. Jumps to the top. I don't friggin' believe it. Oh yeah. And that, my friends,
is a little magic.
Sorry, I can't help myself doing that. Let me just check my camera for a second. I feel like, have I put the wrong setting? Oh no. That is the right setting. Okay. On my end, it wants to keep flashing on and off real quick. And I hope that's not coming through to you guys as well. So yeah, so this is a little adaptation, but essentially this trick is called Devil's Elevator. If you want to look it up and learn it yourself at some point. The Devil's Elevator trick. Great trick. Great trick. And, this just goes to show you can tailor this to be anything you want, really. I just made it, this could be a company, this could be a company name, and these are the sales they're making, or their employee names rising to the top, or their morals or their tagline, pictures of their products, Okay, let me quickly check in here. How to deal with hecklers? Geez, how long do you have? And let me just see the other question. Can you please teach us some important type of card tricks which we can perform on stage and shock audiences? Geez. You guys are asking a lot for a Monday morning here, But I love the enthusiasm. This is great. So look, and then we'll keep this rolling with magic as well. But how to deal with hecklers? I mean, you got to have the right energy and have a sense of control when you're performing, in that people know, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. We can't mess with him. If people see you being nervous as a magician, then they might take that and throw little jabs out there of jokes or of heckles, or let me examine those sleeves or that coin or that pen or that sponge ball or whatever. But you just got to go in there with the attitude of this is my stage, even if you're roving, But then you just have to know some people just are dicks and they will heckle sometimes, and you just got to be prepared. The theater of magic, where we run our shows, even though people know they're coming to see a show, they've paid good money, they're in a room, a very intimate room, every now and then, once every 3 months, 4 months maybe, there'll be someone that just won't stop talking and they just want to like try to kind of ruin it for everyone. And we have to just stop the show and be like, hey, we've asked you to stop talking. We will have to ask you to leave if you don't. Is that fair enough? And every time they pipe down and we continue with the show, but just like in every format, there's always sometimes someone, that will, you will have to manage a little bit. Speaking of the theater of magic, we have LJ in the house. Do I have my... Look out for LJ potentially in the upcoming roster of the theater of magic. More to be... Good to see you in here, my friend. Thanks for jumping in. Shart reacts. Jeez, what a name. Monday morning. It's Sunday. You need to limit your magic. Yeah. Well, you see, I am in the future. And in Australia, Brisbane, it's 10:41 a.m. on a Monday morning. But I know in the US, Central Time, what's that, 8:42 p.m. or something like that, or 6 p.m. I know when we do the podcast with Doug, it's usually pretty early for him. Oh, well, so early it's the day before. It's usually nighttime for him. Okay, let's get into the fun stuff. Somebody name a card in the deck. And my God, will I try to find it. Name a card, anyone you can think of. Go ahead, make my day. Can we see your Triumph version? I like the sound of that. Very nice. First, we must have a card named, and then we'll go from there. So far, I'm not getting a card named, but that's okay. I'll give it a second. This is live, so it is hard to come through. Okay. Do we have a card? Oh, we're getting a few cards named. Okay, I like it. We have 4 of spades and the 4 of spades again, and then 2 of clubs. Okay, I think we have to use the 4 of spades because that was called for. Okay, so Triumph. Now, everyone knows what Triumph is, but for the one person that doesn't, well, I'll do it. Okay. So the idea is, when you play cards, there's lots of different ways you can shuffle, right? A lot of people commonly do this, but there is a terrible way, hang on, how do I emphasize this more? There is a
terrible way you can shuffle.
Okay, I think that that accentuates the point. And the terrible way to shuffle is when you take half of the card face up and half of the cards face down, and you create what is a very ugly display now of chaos. Now, somewhere in this chaos is your card, the 4 of spades. I don't know if you saw it when I did this. Maybe you did. And if you didn't, then it means it's in the other side. But here's the idea. Amongst this chaos, we need to be triumphant, which is where the comes from. And it's, can you find a card even though the deck is face up and face down and you're trying to find where your specific card is? Is it possible? How long would it take to do it? And I think if you could, it would look something like this. And that would change not one card, but rather the whole deck. And we had a named card just before. And that freely named card, what are the odds that it would be the only one face down? The 4 of spades. Telenani, have a great day at work. You have to go. Thank you so much again for your super chat. You're just so kind. You guys are great. That's why I love coming on here to hang out with everyone. Oh, yeah. So that, my friends, is my version of Triumph. It's, I think it might actually, like, it's No, I'm not going to say like it's mine, but it is a pretty cool one. Yeah. And, I just forgot. I remembered the other card that was named was the, had four of spades, and then two of clubs. Fun with Shay. So, all right, let me ask you this. Now, this always goes in a weird way sometimes. Fun with Shay, what would be an interesting way that I could find your card? So the first way we found it was doing a triumph routine. What would be an impressive way I could find your card? And I'll give you a second to answer while I chat with everyone here. Dragotier, nice shirt. Thank you, my friend. This shirt is from Singapore. There was this crazy... there's a shopping center. Singapore is full of shopping centers, but I particularly found one that just had these crazy blingy shirts, and I have three. Different designs, but yeah. Oh, geez. Look at this. Find the card inside your hat. Yikes. That's funny. Now, I could palm it into my hat or something like that, right? Like, obviously, that is a possibility. Let me think what would be a more impressive way using my hat. Now, surprise, surprise, my hair had disappeared. Oh, my God. Technically, if I went like this, the two of clubs is in my hat now. No, that's pretty terrible. Just trying to think of what's like a fun magic way. Well, I guess, I don't know. Maybe I could just at least catch it inside the hat. That's at least technically inside the hat. And now I'm getting crickets. Nice. You got some funny answers. Inside the coffee cup, between the jokers. I like it. Very good. Very good, my friends. Well, let's have some other cards named. What other cards do you guys have for me? Using. All right. Thank you, Fun with Shay. Because we technically found it, Magic is all about perspective, if nothing else. Like, you can find just the right angle to at least, have a slither of what they've said, then it's kind of correct, Koi says 5 of clubs. And Eamon says 8 of diamonds. Okay. See if I can do this. Yep, I found it. No, let me try and show you properly. No, I'm kidding. Of course I can't do that. That would be amazing if you could do that. But if we are trying to find the actual 8 of diamonds, here's what we need. So I need some misdirection, because how the hell do I find this card? Okay, so I think we use the 2 jokers here, right? We'll use, someone called for that before, I think. Use the 2 jokers to find them. So we'll use the first one to disappear. And maybe I'll try and use both cards. Okay. The second joker will disappear. Looking for your cards, and if we get the right moment here, look at that. The 2 jokers have found one card, which is the 8 of diamonds, which is what Eamon asked for. And if we want the 5 of clubs, here we go. Now, also between the jokers is the 5 of clubs. Crazy. Any questions? I crack myself up sometimes, because where would we be without magic, Jokers can be a handy thing to have when you're doing card tricks, by the way. They can get you out of a pinch. Some people take them out of the deck and leave them out of the deck, but I tend to, what I'll do, not that anyone asked, but when I'm doing an event, I will take the cards out and I'll say, look, let's take the jokers out. We have a couple of here already, you know what I mean? And there's always somehow a drummer to make that sound. And then I leave them there. And like, depending on how the audience is vibing, like if anyone asks anything else about the jokers, like, oh, why do you keep the jokers? Or, wow, the jokers are cool. Or can you do a trick with the jokers? I mean, that would be like way more direct if they said that. But generally, like if I see any inkling of attention on the jokers, I will use it for an effect, and I'll go into it and I'll use it. Either I'll use one and have it change into a named card, or I'll do a sandwich routine like we kind of did then, Fun with Shay, I love how you can find named cards. Yeah, thank you. It is definitely a trained skill that takes a very long time, but is worth the risk, I think. Worth the time and worth the risk to boldly attempt to do that. Like, for example, let's just put me on the spot here. This is not magic. This is just me actually trying to do this. Okay, whatever the next card is named in the chat, I'll try to just dead cut to that card. Now, normally, so someone type a card, and typically it would be like the 4 aces that people would try to cut to, right, in a routine. But this, just to show you, because we're talking about this, I'll try to cut to whatever the card is. And, we can try a few, perhaps, if there's more than one person. Let's see how we go. Let's test my skills live here. And just know this is like a real thing. This is not a trick, so it may not work. And just as I say that, no one comments a card. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's heaps. Okay, sorry. That took a while for the chat to catch up. So the very first, I won't touch the cards, but the very first one that came up was the 3 of hearts. So we'll try the 3 of hearts. Where did I remember seeing that? When I spread the cards out. I think it was about here. Three of hearts. Hell yeah. All right. So we got that one. That's great. Next one is the 3 of diamonds. So we're going for the 3s again, but now we're going for 3 of diamonds. Bloody hell. 3 of diamonds. We'll just see how long it takes me to like not get one, right? 3 of diamonds was... This doesn't feel good. This feels like... Damn it. Okay. Maybe I'll try one more time, Oh, I did get it. Oh my God. Okay. Holy crap. That's so funny. I hit and I was like, this feels like about 11 cards. And then I tried it again and I saw the same 11 cards and I was like, no, it actually is there, you idiot. Okay. 3 diamonds. 9 of clubs has been called. Oh my God. People are really coming in with it now. Okay. 9 of clubs. Let me just try and have a little peek. Okay. Oh my God. 9 of clubs. That was much further down. That's like down here kind of thing. Hang on. Something like this, I think. 4 diamonds. Okay, fair enough. It was like, I think it was like way deeper. Hang on, let me try. Way deeper. No. Okay, so there we go. 9 of clubs is the way to mess me up. if you see me in person. But just for fun, Bumachet we found 4 of spades earlier, I think, when we were doing other tricks. But Queen of clubs, boom, Queen of clubs, and I think that's it, right? Yeah, perfect. So yeah, it's a real skill. Like when people see me do videos where someone names a card, like so many comments are like, it must be fun to have your stooges in the audience, or this was rehearsed, or this was pre-showed, or whatever. But no, it's just that I have to try and like very quickly find the card. Yeah. So yeah, Sean using a stack. So I, whatever way you have to like memorize an order of a deck of cards, if that is what you're going to do, there's nothing to help you, like Lewis is saying, to cut to a card. Like you just have to dead cut to it, and you have to know where it is. And it doesn't have to be with. I think I have a deck that's bigger. I'll give you another example. I have a deck that has bigger pips on it, so that you can see the actual cards much easier. And we also have a question from Mean Gene, or marked cards. So marked cards for everyone who doesn't live under a rock is when maybe you can look at a card and you can tell what it is from the back. You can very quickly easily do a mark check by doing this and looking on the back. That will show you if there are little animations or little dots around to tell you if it is a marked deck. But this isn't a marked deck. But also when you're dead cutting, a marked deck doesn't help you know like where a card is. You know what I mean? Okay. Now I must also say my laptop just told me that my battery is low, and that's hilarious. I did not plug in my battery. So maybe we'll just keep going until this battery runs out. So let me just show you this quickly. So this is how I would practice dead cutting. So if I've looked at the order of these cards already, I know that if I cut to exactly 20 cards down, we should get an ace. The 21st card or 19th card wouldn't have worked. And I know that if I can do that again, but a little bit further down, I should get another ace. And this is, the magicians that know this trick know I'm doing exactly what I'm saying. There's no special crimps or anything on the cards that help me cut there. It's just a great way to practice being able to precisely cut in the deck. So now I've just spotted the other ace, and it's 20 cards down, and it's right below the 10 of hearts. I'll count it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 cards. And that would have been the 10 of hearts. I don't believe it. I love that there's so many friends here watching, and my battery is going to run out on my laptop. So I'm just going to have to do this again sometime, my friends, because this is the best way to be able to connect with my friends that are actually the ones watching and commenting on my videos. So let's definitely do this again, and do this again soon. Okay. My goal is to at least do these live streams once a week. And as you know, we do the Magic Guys podcast once a week as well. And so, you guys will see a lot more of me, but I hope you've enjoyed. Look, my laptop has about 4% left on it, so it's probably best that we end here while I still have the ability to end the live. But my friends, stay real. This is awesome. If you have magic questions, just direct message me on Instagram. You can find me. It's my name @Josh Norbito.